Hello everyone, my name's Marie. We're going to be making some salt dough for our salt dough challenge. So first, you need some plain flour, some ordinary table salt and some water. Okay, so first you need 2 cups. Now you can use any size cup or mug, anything you like, it doesn't matter, as long as the proportions are the same. So you need 2 cups of flour. That's one. And 2. Then 2 cups of 1 cup of salt, so it's half salt for the amount of flour. So 1 cup of salt. Pour it in. There we go, don't have to be overly accurate. Let me just clip that back up. And just give it a quick mix. Mix the salt and the flour together. Right, then we need 1 cup of water, but don't add all of it at first, because you may not need all of it. Make it well in the middle. You have most of it, but there's still a little drop left. And then mix it up. Takes quite a while to mix it because it gets very stiff. You probably need to use your hands after a while. Drop more water. Still not all of it. Right, time to get my hands in. Clean off the spoon. Just get your hands in. Good mix. Like this. I'm going to get an adult to help you with this bit because it's quite tricky. It's starting to come together, we'll see. Let's see, it's come together, but it's still a bit dry. So I'm just going to add another little drop of water. And get that together. And then with a nice ball of salt dough. To make it smooth, you want to knead it for a little while. Just knead it away. You might want to stand up. God, it's hard work. Starting to feel a bit smoother already. Should feel quite smooth when it's ready. And that, I would say, is ready to start rolling out and cutting out and making all the things you want to make with your dough. So if you want to pause it, or you go and make your dough and then come back and I'll show you how to make some different things. Hello, right, so we've all got all the salt dough now. If you've got a selection of cookie cutters, I've got all sorts of cookie cutters. You get some leaves or flowers and things from the garden, and a baking tray with some baking parchment on it. Now I've greased it as well just to make sure it doesn't stick. And you can make bowls. You cover a pudding bowl with some foil and grease that, or if you've just got a little tin foil dish, you can make a little bowl in there. So I don't think I want to roll all of it out. You might want to put some flour on your surface. Just flour everything up, it's up to you. Just depends quite how sticky your dough is. Then roll it out. You want to try and keep it all the same sort of thickness, and then it will take the same time to dry out in the oven. Otherwise, you have it dry at different times. You could have some burn before others have dried out. And you don't want it too thick because it can split, but you don't want it too thin either because it's too fragile. So that's a tricky one. Okay, I'm going to go like that, make sure it's not stuck. Now, just try my little gingerbread girl and cut her out carefully. Now, you could put a magnet on the back when it's dried, or you could put a hole near the top with a straw, and then you'll be able to hang it up. Okay, you may want to put some markings on it. I've got some different tools and things here. Okay, what else shall we cut? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I know. I've got a big circle. I'm going to make a number badge. You could do a name as well. This. I'm going to cut my age out of it. I've got a 2 and a 1 because I'm 21, obviously. So I'm going to put them on there and cut the numbers out. Okay, carefully, I'll put them on there. And put the hole in the top. Okay, and I can also pick the numbers that I've just cut out in the middle. There. Now, again, cut out one of my floor. Might have to roll this again, it's not big enough. See about making a leaf print. Now the challenge, because it's a salt dough challenge, I thought you can see how many different things you can make with your salt dough, and see if anyone can beat the amount that I make. Ooh, you might struggle with that one. So I've got so many ideas up here, I can make loads. Now I've cut out my flower shape, and on here I've got some fern I just pulled up out of my garden. Lay that on, and if you gently with your rolling pin roll over the top and press that into the dough, you have a beautiful imprint of the leaf or fern. It's very delicate. Okay, I'm going to go for making a bowl using this. I've greased it along with everything else so nothing sticks. I'm going to roll out some more dough. I might put a bit of flour on it. It's starting to get a bit sticky. Roll it out. So it's about the same thickness I rolled out before. I'm going to take my largest circle, cut that out, and then I've got a leaf from my strawberry plant. I'm going to pop that in the middle. And I'm going to lightly roll over it. See, I've got a print of that. And then I'm going to lay that in my dish. So then that will hold that shape, and I'll have a little dish. Put that there. Now I can put different things on my bowl and cook that, and then when it's hard and dry I can take it off and I'll have something that's the bowl shape. I can make hearts. If you've got some pony beads, you can pop those in and they'll melt slightly in the oven, but because you only use a cool oven for this, and I'll tell you about that, when you put it in the oven you only want it fairly cool, somewhere between 100 and 150 degrees centigrade. And depending on the size and thickness of what you're cooking, takes somewhere 2 to 4 hours to cook, because it's only really drying it out. Alright, so you want to keep checking and turning your pieces over so that the underside dries as well. Okay, and if you've got smaller pieces, you may find that you can take those out when you're checking and turning, because they may be dry before other pieces. Okay, now I've got a lovely seahorse. I'll make some sea creatures. I can either make a set of fridge magnets, or if I cut a hole in them, I can thread a drawing pin, not a drawing pin, a paper clip, and then I've got the makings of a fishing game. Okay, I've got a starfish. Let's cut one of those. Could put some markings on that. They make it really nice. So I'm going to take my little, I'm going to put some markings on my starfish. Can you see? I've got holes on him there. Right, so I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to get my couple of trays full of things and pop them in the oven. And I'll let you create all your things. And when they come out of the oven, I'll have a look, maybe count how many different things I've made. So if you make 7 stars, all the same, that's only going to count as 1. I want different things, okay? So I'm going to say goodbye, let you have a go at making lots of different things, and then we'll come back later when they're all cooked and see what we've all done. Alright, I'll see you later. Hello, right, well here you can see all the different things I've made with the salt dough. They're all dried out, they've all been in the oven. So there's just a quick go. So let's have a close up. We've got all my sea creatures. Big shark at the end. I've got my little tiny dog and aeroplane. Mummy and baby bear. Butterfly. And these are some of the things that I put the leaves in. And then there's my age badge. And then the numbers that came out of it. Dalek. Leaf. And a star. And we've got some food stuff. So I've got a donut. A couple of different bread rolls. A pasty. Gingerbread man. A cookie. That's a cheese straw. And that I think was supposed to be a lady, gingerbread lady, but it looks like a ghost. And then here's my pot I made where I pressed the strawberry leaf in. And then this one worked out really well. My pot around my bowl, look, and it's got hearts all around the edge. It's got a bit of a hole in the bottom, but so all together I made 29 different things. So can you make as many or more than me? Have a go. Good luck. Right, so now you've got your salt dough all cooked and dried out. It's time to start painting. Now you can use normal ready mixed poster paints or acrylic paints or whatever you've got. And if you just want smaller details, these paint pens are pretty good. Just depends what you want to do. Now, I've got a few paints already put in my palette. I've got a selection of brushes and some water. So I'm just going to start. I'm going to paint my age badge. I'm going to do yellow. So just make sure you coat it all. And as this is going to be hung on a string around my neck, it would be quite nice if when one side's dry, I turn over and do the other side. Making sure I do all the edges as well. And obviously if you're doing something like this, you can sprinkle glitter on it when the paint's still wet, or put some sequins on it, anything really, just make it look bright and colourful. See, I'm trying to do around the edge as well here, not getting too much on my fingers. Right, so that's had one coat of paint on the front. And when that's dry, I can turn it over and do the other side, and it'll be nice. Now then, oh, I've got to do my star yellow as well while I've got a yellow brush. Again, that one will be painted on the other side. Now then, I want some orange on my starfish and my fish. So, get some red and mix it in with my yellow to make, hopefully, orange. That's a dark orange, will it do? Pink fish. There. I'm going to add a little bit more yellow to my orange to make it a paler orange. That yellow doesn't want to come off. Let's use this one for my starfish. Mix it. That's a bit of colour for my starfish. There. I think when my starfish is dry, I'll get one of my paint pens and add some details on him with the pen. Make him look lovely. And to paint all the edges as well. There. Right. So now let's clean that brush up. Let's use some brown and paint my cookie I made. Right, so you've just got to paint everything, and when you've painted all your things one side, let them dry, and then we'll come back and we'll turn them over and paint the other side. So I'll leave you to have a go at doing some painting. Right, now we've painted, and I've painted both sides of some, but I've still got one here that needs his other side painting. So let me get that done. Oh, paintbrush. So nice to get both sides painted. seal the salt dough, although I'll show you how we really do seal them up in a minute. Stops it absorbing moisture and going all soft. There we are, there's both sides of that one done. Now how we seal them up is I've got my PVA glue, and I've already put some in here. In fact, I've already painted some of mine. Now this, my name badge, look, I've coated that with PVA glue, and then I've put some lovely sequins on, so it's a beautiful badge. I could string it up, I could wear it. Everyone will know I'm 21. Way. Okay, and you can also use your paint pens, as I said, to put some markings on. I've already put some sprinkles on my donut, and I put my chocolate chips in my cookie. So let's just put the eyes and nose on my little baby bear. Oh, got the wrong colour. Black one. His eyes. I fancy giving him a pink nose. Oh. There we are. So there's my little bear with his big black eyes, his little nose. Okay, so when you've done, you can use your pens or whatever to give some markings on your creatures. If you've done a heart like this with a hole in it, that could be used as a label on a gift. So you might want to use your pens, or you could use a Sharpie or whatever, and you can write who it's for on your label before you seal it. Okay. So all you do to seal them, I'll do my cookies, you get your PVA glue, you just paint the glue, make sure you cover all of it, we don't want any gaps. Okay, when this dries, it goes clear. And so it will look just shiny. And probably you'll want to turn them over when all the glue's dry and seal the other side as well. Okay, so do all of your things with glue. I can do my donut as well. And when they're all coated in glue and then dried, I'll show you what else we can do so that they can make gifts for people, or you can just keep them for yourself. You can turn them into things, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so there's my donut. Obviously I can't do all of him because he'll need to be turned over. Alright, there. So I'm going to finish putting the glue on all of these, and then I'll see you back here to finish them off. Well, we've got, everything's got the glue on it, it's all been sealed and finished off. So now I've got some paper clips, so I'm just going to open up a bit, and my fish, I thread it through. Now I can use it in a fishing game. If you've got a rod with a magnet on the end, you can fish your fish. So put one on all your different fish, starfish. Okay, then my cookie, I thought would make a nice fridge magnet.
So I've got a magnet, just need to put a blob of glue on the back. Like that. And stick a magnet on the back. Press it down for a minute, and then when that's dry, I'm going to stick that to my fridge. And then obviously my age badge, I found some string. If I thread that through, then I can tie that. How long? That long? There. Then you can wear your age badge. Okay, I can stick magnets on my teddies. My gingerbread man, I could put some string through him and he can hang up somewhere. It could even be a Christmas decoration, couldn't he? Okay, and this you could put some string through it. Like I say, you could write someone's name on it. Use it as a gift tag. Alright, so there's lots of things you can do. And this is obviously just a bowl. You could use it to put a few strawberries in, because this is my strawberry leaf, or a few sweets, whatever. Like I said, really versatile, can do all sorts. Enjoy.